Hi, everyone. I'm Steve Hayward, and I'm a professor here at Colorado College at English Department. These are hugely distressing, disruptive times, and we thought you might like to hear something from the college that wasn't an email. So we thought what we would do is get a few familiar faces together in order to tell you a little bit about how we're doing and what we're doing to get ready for Block 7 and Block 8. First off, this is Professor Whitaker from the Education Department.
Hi, everyone. I'm actually really excited by the opportunity to teach in a distant format, particularly as an educational psychologist. Now I have the opportunity to be more strategically creating course materials, lectures, and just creating anything that really you all can access when you don't have to come to class in a confined time. What that really means is that we can have more opportunities to learn and deeper engagement with course material.
Next, let's turn to Professor Leszecki. What's German going to be like?
Hi, Steve. All of us in the languages are working diligently to adapt our courses for distance learning. And I know that one of the challenges of studying language on the block plan is the pace that we introduce new material, going really quickly from one concept to another. And distance learning is actually really flexible in this regard. So students can engage with the material at their own pace, not only slowing down, but also speeding up when it makes sense for them, and then getting individualized help through virtual office and drop-in hours. And I also wanted to let everyone know that German Studies is raising the cap of our introductory language courses, which are going to be offered in Block 7 and 8. So if you're a bit concerned about finding a class, come check us out.
Professor Ashley, Professor Emeritus of History, former Dean of the College. You're looking forward to teaching online. Tell me about that.
I am looking forward to teaching online. There's something about this opportunity. I think it's going to bring out the experimental spirit in CC students and faculty. Like, students are very used to different pedagogical tactics and strategies on the part of faculty members. And I think they're going to find that this particular genius that we have under the block plan will make these courses very enticing. At least I hope so.
Professor Emily Chen, you're heading up the academic continuity plan. What's the question that you're getting asked most often?
I think there are two questions. The first question, people ask me, how are the students doing? How can I help? And so, we encourage everyone to keep doing what we normally do when we're on campus, right? It is primarily those personal relationships, write to them. And then as you design the course, and put it online, maintain those personal interactions, right? The personal relations, maintain those collective projects. People can work together. The idea of that community is something that you don't have to lose just because we're putting that online. So that's question number one. Question number two is more funny. They said, what do I do when the internet breaks? Well, I usually tell them, well, take a deep breath, go get a cup of tea, because it's breaking for everybody in the country. So it can wait a few minutes or maybe half an hour. But the tip is that, as you design the course, try to use Canvas a lot, get the syllabus on it early, try to post your videos on there early, put your activities up there early, get the discussions going, so that if internet breaks, you can have a cup of tea and come back to it afterwards. Basically, everybody should get the ducks all in a row, and then that would make the transition better. And to show them that I have a helper. This is my duck, Eclair, and she's definitely helping in the background.
Last, let's check in with Vice Provost Pedro. Pedro, what do students want to know, and what do you want them to know?
Thanks, Steve. Well, first of all, we have to realize that moving to distance learning may have caused a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety in many of our students. So the first couple of things administration is doing is, one, for seniors that had plans to graduate by May, we're guaranteeing that, if they take Block 7 and 8, that they will graduate by May. Second, for all other students, right, we're selecting, allowing them to choose classes in case, their current courses have been canceled. So we're trying to commit and getting them to take Block 7 and 8 so that they're still making progress as if they were taking courses on campus. On the other hand, though, I do think that, going to distance learning is this tremendous opportunity for our community to learn and really develop different ways of knowing that I believe have never been attempted under the block. It's definitely a challenge, right? It's a challenge, though, that our faculty and our staff have embraced fully. Some of these newly developed classes that I'm seeing are just fantastic. They're amazing. They're so amazing that I may want to sit, in a lot of them. The other piece that I think it's important is to realize what we're doing right now. You know, my background's in economics, and what we're doing right now is something that actually happens quite often in the business world. And a lot of our students are going to be doing this after they graduate. So at the end of the day, Block 7 and 8 can serve as a model and give them a window, right, to see kind of what their work daily lives may look like after CC. What I'd like to do is kind of invite and challenge, right, our students to seize this opportunity with us.
Thanks, everyone. And thanks all of you out there for listening. Stay healthy and stay in touch. If you have questions, ask them. If you have concerns, let us know what they are. And remember, Colorado College is a special place, but it's not that place that makes us a community. What makes us a community is not where we are, it's who we are. And we are Colorado College. Let's stick together and we're going to get through this. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.
Everyone,
See you online.
bye.